While my Go-Kaiju movie review is encoding for Reviewtopia, I might as well go ahead and review a Megatron toy in my collection that doesn't suck. Yeah, you count too as a Megatron toy that doesn't suck.
What up, tubers? Zeltrax Millennium here, back with a brand new video review. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy the video.
Hello YouTubers, Zeltrax Millennium here, back with a brand new review for you. This time we're taking a look at Transformers Prime Voyager class Robots in Disguise Powerizer Megatron. Wow, that was a mouthful. But yeah, this is the Megatron figure that we're getting for the main Transformers Prime line instead of the first edition one. But I think that this Megatron gets a little bit of a bad rap. So let's take a look at the packaging first before we move on to the toy. The Voyager class packaging is actually pretty cool. You got Robots in Disguise down here with Megatron in his vehicle mode here. Right here is where the figure would be. A Try Me feature for his cannon. The Decepticon logo and lightning. A nice CG picture of Megatron here, which you can actually use for when you're doing customizing work and you have this to follow up on. The back of the box shows the figure in his vehicle mode. For some reason, the picture on the back shows a nice shiny finish, but the actual toy doesn't have it. Prototypes and Henkei. Kinda sucks. But yeah, there's all the stuff on the back. So let's take a look at the figure's vehicle mode. Now, I was really surprised when Megatron returned in Transformers Prime, and he was voiced by the ever-awesome Frank Welker. And you might know that he was the original voice for Megatron. If you're doing a Transformers series, you might as well try to get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker back together. So yeah. So this is Megatron's Cybertronian jet mode in Transformers Prime. He doesn't choose an Earth mode because he thinks that Earth vehicle modes are pfft. But yeah, it's overall not that bad, to be perfectly honest. It's got a nice Decepticon logo right here in purple. And it's actually not that bad, though I do agree with some of the complaints that are going out towards this figure. If you can probably see it at certain angles. There are really weird swirls and a grain to the plastic. A lot of people believe that this figure was made out of recycled plastic. Now, whether or not it's actually cheaper to make toys in recycled plastic, or pricier to do it in recycled plastic, I have no idea. I'm not a knower of those things. But I do kind of think that the grain on the plastic kind of reminds me of those lenticular cards that you get in the Cracker Jack bags. The toy does have some really good paint apps to it, even though the grainy plastic kind of ruins it a bit. But yeah, nice purple, a little nice silver right here. And you might notice that I did actually custom paint the cannon. Well, I did because I didn't really like the beige color that the actual cannon was made out of. And I also repainted the head, which we'll see in robot mode later on. So yeah, the cannon itself was originally brown plastic, but I custom painted it to be the exact purple it was on the show. The actual color I used for this is a Krylon Iris, which is a perfect... It's actually almost a dead match for the actual purple plastic on here, which I don't know why they could have used this plastic on the cannon itself. Weird. But yeah, you push this button and a blade shoots forward, and I actually custom painted the blade in silver, along with this little bit in silver here. Now, sadly, when I custom painted the cannon, I had to take the spring out so it doesn't really spring back when you push the thing back and forth. But you can still activate the light feature. So there's that. And I actually keep his thruster configuration like this because it kind of makes it look like thrusters a bit. So, yeah, not a whole lot to say about this vehicle mode. I mean, this doesn't look aerodynamic in the least, but, hey, it kind of resembles the Megatron from the movies. Well, the first movie, anyway. And, yeah, that's about it. Let's head into robot mode.
Transformers,
we got Megatron in his robot mode, and as you can see, his robot mode actually looks pretty dang close to the animation model, I gotta admit. And in case you guys were gonna ask in the comments below, no, I did not forget about his claw weapon. I believe that Megatron did not use this in the show, nor do I ever want to include it, but just in case if somebody starts to hate mail me in the comments, I will say that this thing can go on the Megatron's hand right here, and it can go on the other hand as well, but that hand is normally for the fusion cannon. And as you can see, right there, a little nice blade weapon. He didn't really use it, but maybe he probably used it in his gladiatorial days, who knows. So, yeah. That is why. And this guy is having a hard time coming off. There we go. Let's put that off to the side. Now let's take a look at his detailing. Megatron's robot mode detailing is actually pretty dang good, though you can really see the swirls of the plastic a little bit better in robot mode. But like I said, it's not too terribly bad. And you might have noticed all of the translucent bits on it. Well, because his gut and his arms are basically made out of
light piping ×3.
Yeah, if you're kind of wondering why I didn't do a light piping ×4, is because I actually custom painted the head. So I painted up Megatron's head to look a little bit more show accurate, painted it in Krylon silver, and gave his face and such bolt gun metal from Games Workshop, and I painted his eyes Krylon red pepper, and I gave his white pupils Games Workshop skull white. So yeah, that's why there's no light piping ×4. I've taken the liberty of taking off Megatron's fusion cannon so that way I can show you his articulation. His articulation is actually pretty dang good, to be perfectly honest. Let me see if there's... Yep. I forgot there was another part where I can peg this in. Oh well. You'll learn all the time. So yeah. His arms are on a ball joint, so that... Yeah, the shoulder pads can actually limit a lot of posability, but his arms can go a full 360. Bend 90 degrees, swivel at the bottom of the arm. Yeah, those tabs are not the most secure in the world. And because of the transformation, his hands can pivot in and out. No waist joint because of the transformation feature, or transformation stuff I should say. His legs are on ball joints, or his hips are on ball joints, so they can go full all over the place, in and out, pretty far, so you can get him in a kick pose. Twist at the upper part of the thigh. Almost looks double jointed, but this is 90 degrees, and yeah, it can actually double joint. That's cool. And because of the transformation, his feet can pivot a little bit. And his head is also on a bolt joint, but due to the way that his head is made, because of the whole stuff back here, his head doesn't really get a whole lot of movement, but it does get what you need to do. So yeah, let's get him in a good pose. Let's do this, and also the backpack kibble kind of gets in the way a lot, but. Oh, I didn't even know that can plug in there. Like I said, you learn things every day. There we go. There are tabs in. So yeah, let's get him in a pose. Ready? Let's get what the back of the box does. Okay, let's see. There. There. Grab the cannon. And you can still activate the light feature in Megatron's arm. Which that still works. Even though I had to take out the spring. And in case you also saw, the cannon does weigh his arm down quite a bit. But once you get it into a high stance pose, you can pretty much get it whatever you need to do. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, for a size comparison, let us put him with his awesome buddy Soundwave, and also his Cybertronian counterpart, Megatron from War for Cybertron, which is getting a sequel later this year, which is going to be awesome. If I screwed up that date, I am sorry. But yeah, overall, in closing, Voyager Megatron from the Transformers Prime line is actually a pretty damn good release. And there go the arm again. It's got pretty good articulation, pretty cool detailing. You will have to custom paint the toy a little bit to make it look more show accurate. But overall, this toy is not that bad, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I'd say this guy is highly recommended. This has been Zeltrax Millennium saying goodnight and good luck. Later.